Hi there from the other side. I go by Mar and I'm back. I'm finally back and I am here for a reason, not just a season, okay? I know I've been back before, but I have been feeling this pull to make YouTube readings for a while now. And finally, I think I got my head straight in the game. So I am coming back with a reading that this theme I channeled like years ago, but I never followed through with it. And I believe the theme of what is your ideal partner like and how can you attract them to your life is a very interesting theme because, I mean, usually we have a type, right? And I'm not sure what your type is, but I mean, this is kind of like a reading to confirm if the type of people that you usually actually go for are the type of people that will help you grow, that will have your best interests in mind and will be aligned with you. This theme is very interesting because we're talking here about divine counterparts, about soul connections, soul family. The ideal partner for you is someone who will push you to grow. They will try to take you out of your comfort zone a little bit, and sometimes we do not go for the ideal person, we go for like the comfort zone a little bit. So I mean, obviously the three piles, I mean, you don't have to go for the type that I'm talking about here, but this reading is like open up your mind about this kind of person, this kind of energy, and if and when they come through in your life, you can like be, it's like a heads up, so you can be aware that they're the type of person it would be good to have next to you. It would be like, you should appreciate them, because they will probably help you grow. And yeah, pretty much that's it. We have three piles today. Pile number one will be this pyrite. Pile number two will be this black cianite, which is known as witch's broom. And pile number three will be this Crisocola crystal. So yeah, take a second, breathe in, breathe out, choose your pile, and let's go. I'll see you in your reading. There, pile number one, if you chose the pyrite, this is your reading. Okay, and I want to begin with an energy check-in so you can make sure this is your reading. This is the part where I am going to ask about you, like I'm going to describe your energy, I'm going to tap in your energy, and this is the part where it should make sense to you. If this part does not make sense to you, try another pile, okay? And that's it. Let's begin. I want to see, who are you? Who is pile number one? Please, Spirit, let me know who pile number one is. I want to tap into pile number one's energy. Who's pile number one? Tell me a little bit about pile number one, please, Spirit. We have the Emperor. With the Emperor, like, straight off, you're probably like someone who does like control. You like to have control of everything in your life, you like to have everything measured down, and maybe you're someone who likes schedules, or maybe you're just someone who likes, how can I put it, you just like to be on top of things, you may like want to know things first than everybody else, and you try to always be like polished and always be like on your best behavior. And yeah, it's like the energy of control here, pretty big. Tell me about pile number one, the Magician. Nice. The Magician. Tell me a little bit about pile number one. King of Pentacles. Yeah. And okay, the Queen of Cups,
and the Four of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so pile number one, I think, as I said before, you're someone who tries to have things under your control, you know. At the same time, I think you're a dreamer, you know. I believe you want to have control of things so much because you're afraid of frustration somehow. You want to have everything. Like the King of Pentacles, it is also an energy of like being a person who has it all together, who has their finances together. Maybe you don't see yourself as someone who has it all together, but you try to be. That's the energy. Like you try to be someone who has your finance together, who has your housing situation together. You want your family to be close. You want everything to be like near you so you can control it, you know. I don't think it's like I think it's more of an anxiety. The control, the part of you that wants control, it's the part of you that's also like a little bit anxious on things like not going your way, because you're a very, I think you're a very sensitive person. You have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of, desires, maybe desires that you yourself think they're childish, or maybe you think that your desires are just like, oh no, this is just too passionate. I should like be more down to earth and maybe just like not follow, not give like too much attention to my dreams. But I think you're a dreamer, you know, and this is not what this reading is for, but I would give you the advice that you have the you have the right to dream, pile number one. I am pretty sure your dreams are worth pursuing, and it's not because something makes you feel passionate that they are going to like rip you off, or that they are going to like make you, it's not because dreams are kind of out of our control, because usually they are manifestations that we do not yet have. That's why we call them dreams. It's not because you don't have total control about the things that makes you feel passionate that they are not worth it, you know, that they are not worth your time. Maybe try not to control everything so much. I believe that you've been hurt before, like a lot of times, or maybe it's not like just hurt. Maybe you feel like you lack something, you know, you lack something to make your dreams come true. That's why you try to control everything, because what you have access to, you try to like maintain it as close as you can, and you have like such a tight grip around the things you know how to do, and the people who are like the closest to you, you know. You're so fixed on what you already know and what you can control, that every time something happens that it likes makes you feel like passionate, or makes you feel like I don't know, new, you know, newness, the energy of newness, the energy of like the unknown, makes you feel like scattered, makes you feel like scared even, because probably you've been like you have been frustrated a lot of times before with your dreams, you know. Maybe you wished for things and then you didn't accomplish them, or things just didn't go the way you planned them to go. And so you made up your mind that like dreaming is like BS, you know, it's bullshit. But it's not. You don't have to work so hard. I know, I think you're a hard worker. Like coming into your energy with the Eight of Pentacles, I think you're a hard worker. But I also have to give you like another advice. I'm sorry, this is not. Maybe this is actually what you came here for. But like, you're a hard worker, but like you don't have to work so damn hard, file number one, to get everything. Actually, sometimes I think the more you work like to make something perfectly the way you want, the less perfect it'll be, because sometimes The universe with this wheel of fortune here, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, they bring to us opportunities in this disguise. You know, it's like maybe something that takes you, like rips you off a little bit of your control, or maybe makes you feel like you're in a dangerous spot. Obviously, I'm not encouraging you to do dangerous stuff. That's not it. It's just things that are out of your control. They're there to teach you. Hey, oh my god. They are there to make you feel like more adventurous, to make you feel like in touch with your dreams again, you know? People and things that makes you feel like passionate, they are good for you. They're good for your soul, and they're good for like your stamina, and you don't have to like be mad that you're sensitive. You don't have to try so hard to not fail, you know, because sometimes the harder you try, the worse it'll be. I'm not sure. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it'll be. And not in a way of like you shouldn't try, because I believe this is part of your personality. You're a worker, maybe a workaholic, but when you try to have everything so right, as I said before, it can make you like too anxious when things are spontaneous, you know. And life pretty much is spontaneous. Life does not happen as we predicted to be, you know. It happens the way, I mean, it's a flowing, it's like it's a give and take, you know. You don't have to be too strict. But yeah, this is your energy. I mean, if you resonate with this energy, then this is your reading. So let's check in to see what is your ideal partner like. Like, who would be the perfect counterpart for you to like bring you joy and help you, you know, help you through life, help you maybe be more spontaneous. Who knows? We have the Orphan card. This card always hits me so hard. We have Mars energy here. Ooh. We have Enjoy the Journey. It says stay present and flexible. What did I just say about being flexible? Like making adjustments, whatever. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. That's amazing. And in the light of the moon. I hope those cards are focusing. I'm still learning about the camera. A full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. So pile number one, what's your ideal partner like? I would say pile number one, your ideal partner like is a person that is the type of person, right? That people who've been through a lot but still see beauty in life, you know? Still see, I mean, how can I put this? The Orphan card, let me strip it one by bit. One by one, sorry. I'm changing my words. Okay, so the Orphan card. For me, it's like the Orphan archetype is someone who had to like make life for themselves, you know. The Orphan card, it makes me think of people who have been through a lot, maybe all by themselves, you know. And if you see all the cards is all black, and they're still reaching out for a flower, you know, for a beautiful flower, a colored flower. And there's a snake here which talks about transformation. And I believe I believe the person that would be ideal in your life is someone who knows a lot about pain, you know, and not only knows a lot about pain, but knows a lot about how to transform pain into beauty. I mean, which is it makes me a little emotional because it's a beautiful energy, you know. Life can be hard, you know, Pawan, and I think you're someone that, as we checked your energy, maybe you're someone who tends to like to see life as hard, you know. Life is hard and it is what it is. And I believe that you getting in touch with someone or the type of people that have they already have seen how life how hard life is, you know, but they still feel that life is beautiful and life is worthwhile. It's like, I believe the type of person it would be the best in your life is like warriors, like emotional warriors. It's not like people who fight all the time, but people who know how to fight at the same time. Because with the Mars energy, I think the ideal partner for you would be someone who is not afraid to speak their mind, who's not afraid to like confront when the confront is needed, you know, but not someone who's rude or anything. I don't feel the energy of rudeness. I feel the energy of like, I will not shut down when life is being hard on me. You know, I will not just like put my put my head down and just take it and just swallow it. I will not, you know. It's an energy of like a fighter, but a fighter for the right reasons, you know. A person who's willing to fight for the right reasons. And at the same time, I mean, we have enjoyed the journey, and in the light of the moon, I believe the ideal partner for you would be someone that, as I said before, that it's like who sees the beauty in the world. I mean, look at these cards. Look how many elements there is. I mean, so much wildlife. Maybe someone who's a little wild would be good for you, because you're someone who's more strict, or maybe you're someone who's like, as I said before, has the tendency of not following your dreams, or not, or seeing things like maybe a little bit on the negative side. And if you partner with someone that has already seen the negative side of life, but still chooses to believe on the bright side, still chooses to like dive deep on enjoying the journey, you know, enjoying the everything comes for a reason, everything happens for a reason, and everything is happening for you and not to you, you know, that type of energy would be like very good for you. And also people who are like a little magical, because this card makes me feel like magical. So I mean, it's the energy of like maybe someone who's really in touch with their emotions, someone who's not afraid to dive deep into like difficult matters. Yeah, it's like someone who's not afraid to have hard conversations. I mean, I would say for you, the ideal partner would be like a ride or die person. And I'm not saying like, okay, you have to be with the wildest person around there, out there, but like, it's like someone who's in touch with their emotions, so they're not afraid of like showing them, expressing them. Someone who's not afraid of diving deep in what they believe in. Someone who's not afraid to talk about things the way they perceive life, you know. Maybe someone who likes, I don't know, maybe someone believes in aliens and they're not afraid to speak up that they do believe in aliens, and that's their whole thing, and they like that. Or maybe, I don't know, they believe in something really specific and they're not afraid to share the beliefs. And I think their beliefs could actually help you, you know, to expand your own mind, expand like your own point of view of life. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful type of people, type of person. Actually, it's a beautiful type of person. Like, because it's not easy. Pile number one. I mean, you already know that probably, but it's not easy to see life with colorful eyes. Especially, I mean, you see how colorful everything is, and then you have the orphan card, which is black, and the orphan card talks a lot about feeling lonely, or feeling like excluded, or feeling, pain, feeling pain in a lot of ways, and being left on your own to deal with pain. So someone who has been through stuff like that, like someone who's not afraid to rebuild themselves as many times as is needed, or to like reach for themselves and reach for others also, because you see there's a hand coming in. So maybe people who, I mean, your type would be someone who always reaches a hand, a helping hand, someone who's always willing to help, someone who's always, I mean, someone who's generous in spite of life being generous with them. The energy truly makes me emotional. It's like it's a beautiful energy. It resonates a lot. So now we are going to see a little bit more with tarot. We're going to take I'm going to take this off because this table is not big enough. So we are going to check in. What is your ideal partner? What would be your ideal partner like? Oh my god, I'm messing the words. Like, maybe it will be good for you to be with someone who communicates well with the Mars energy that we had there. And because it feels like my throat chakra, my throat chakra is like all over the place. So maybe you don't have like such a good communication skill, and being with someone who's a good communicator, if you don't try to control them, or if you don't try to control everything, which your energy said you might, try not to control where they lead you, try to like breathe in life. But let's see. Try to let people like this type of person like inspire you to be different. That's pretty much it. To communicate differently, to see life in a different lens, or in different lens. Yeah. So what would be the ideal partner like for pile number 1? How would the ideal partner, so much, for pile number 1 be like? What would the ideal partner for pile number 1 be like? So many cards. I mean, look at this. And all major arcanas, like the Devil, Temperance, the Star, the Tower. Like, oh my god. The ideal person for you is like, it's a powerhouse. It's not a person. It's like a force of nature. I mean, oh my god. I mean, when you feel it, you will know. When you know. Like, when you see someone and you just be like, wow, they are everything. They have everything. I mean, beauty, brains, emotional intelligence, and I mean, I'm not saying they're perfect, because as I said in the intro of this reading, there is no such thing as perfect people. There's no such thing. I mean, everybody has traumas. Everybody's like running for their lives, and everyone's doing their best. Everyone. Yeah, but this person, this type of person that would be your ideal partner, is like someone who actually, like, it seems they have like the full package. Can we clarify, please? The Judgment and the World. We have the King of Wands. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. So your ideal partner would be, pile number 1, someone who sees life like a game. They're always winning. I don't know how to put this, but it's like, I mean, even with energies like 3 of Swords here and 5 of Swords, which is like the heartbreak and maybe sometimes the lack of confidence, and with difficult energies, you know, judgment and the world, with like closing chapters and everything, still I would say that this person, that this type of person that would be your ideal partner, is someone who always puts them, I mean, they're always back on their feet, you know, they always like come up. They always like, if something goes bad, there's no problem. They're like, okay, this went bad. This is okay, this hurts, but let's keep going. I mean, let's continue. There's going to be like a better chapter ahead, you know? I'm going to do better next time. It's like someone who's always prepared for winning. I'm not sure what that says to you, but it's like someone who's always in the winning mindset, you know? Oh, I just lost this. No problem. I'm gonna win the next one. You know, I'm going to use this to improve myself and be better, and just, you know, adjust the things that I need to adjust. They don't see, it's like the type of person who does not see life as a burden, you know? Even though life sometimes is, I mean, a lot of times maybe it's not kind to them, they are the kindness. I mean, I'm not sure how you will understand this, but they are the kindness. They bring the kindness to the table. Oh, okay, life's not being kind, no problem. I will create kindness. I will create a good outcome here. It's like big manifestors energy here. With the high priestess, you know, as I said in the beginning, like someone who has like their intuition together, who's sensitive, who's like they know how they feel, you know, and they go deep into knowing how they feel. And don't think for a second, pile number one, that this type of person that they have it easy, you know. I believe it's actually very hard, very, very, very hard to keep aiming for good things, and to keep aiming for having like a bright mindset and a bright like vision of life when life brings you down over and over and over again. It's not easy at all. With the 9 of Swords here, I believe this person, I mean 10 of Swords, like, oh my god, like the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords are literally like the worst. It's like the anxiety, the pain, and the rumination, and at the same time the betrayal and the stabbing in the back, and everything that's dirty and ugly. And at the same time, I believe that even in those moments, they bring up the energy of like the 6 of Wands, you know, I am winning this. I am not gonna lose. I mean, maybe they're just, I mean, with that Mars energy that we had in the beginning, they're stubborn. I believe this person is stubborn also. The ideal partner you have is a stubborn person, someone who does not take no for an answer lightly. I mean, it's just someone that wants things their way, and they will get it. I mean, I believe they will get it because they have this energy of like, I got everything that I want, you know? Even when life does not want to give me, I will get it one way or another. And it's just like, I don't think they just have faith that they will get it. I think they do stuff accordingly, you know? I don't think they're just wishing, wishy-washy. They're just like, oh, I want this so much. I want this to be better. I want this to work. I want this dream to come out of the paper and to just come true. No, I believe they do pursue things they want, you know? They are not the type of person who just wishes. They are go-getters, I would say. So yeah, this is your type of person. So if you see, or if you like already know someone who's like that, who's like a go-getter, someone who has like a deep understanding of their own soul, you know, a deep understanding of their own pain, don't run away from it, pile number one, because I feel as I said before in the intro, and in your energy check-in, your vibe check-in, I feel like you might be the type of person who runs away, you know, who just runs away and be like, oh, you make me too excited. I cannot deal with this. Bye. Or maybe like, oh, you're changing too much stuff. Or how can you not be sad? How can you? I mean, I think you can be skeptical sometimes, and maybe the negative side of you, maybe, I mean, I don't want to say you get jealous of this energy, I mean, but maybe you should, I mean, if you get jealous, I mean, if you see people who like are thriving and are happy and they're kind and they communicate well, they're not afraid of like speaking their mind and everything, and you kind of envy them, and at the same time thinks it's a little cringe, it's a mix, right? Maybe you should like take a step back, pause for a second, and ask yourself, why am I envious if I can be like that also? Why am I not feeling inspired? Why am I going to like the dark side of the energy? You know, because the energy is envy and admiration are pretty much the same thing, but on different like sides of the spectrum, you know. Envy is pretty much when you're like, oh, this person is doing this, but like they're not that great, or they're not, oh, this person is like overcoming battles and being so kind, but like this is fake, or they are not that good, I'm also good. Comparing yourself, you know, why not be like, oh my god, I mean, look at this person, they are so kind, I mean, they just had like the worst day ever and they are still kind, they are still loving, they are still trying their best, you know. I want to be more like that, you know. There's no shame in wanting and desiring to like to learn with other people, pile one. I mean, I know you have like this organized way that you like, you feel like this is you, and you portray yourself probably in a way of like, I know myself and I'm this way and this way, and I am not that way. I mean, don't put yourself in a box, you know. You can be so much more than you maybe give permission to yourself to be. So yeah, let's finish this up. And how can you improve to attract this type of person, this powerhouse, this, well, this, I mean, they're awesome. I mean, whoever they are awesome. So let's see. Okay, so how can pile number one, I love this mini deck. It's such a mini deck and it's so beautiful. How can pile number one, it doesn't look so mini because I have like tiny hands, but whatever, so just speaking my mind. How can pile one improve? What can pile one improve in themselves so they can attract their ideal partner? What can pile number one improve so they can attract their ideal partner? Earthworm. Okay. More. What can pile number one improve so they can attract? Oh, we have two. We have the dragonfly and we have the owl. Nice. At the bottom of the deck, we have the crocodile. So pile number one, I would say with the earthworm here, step out of your comfort zone, you know, so you can, if you want to like meet the type of person we've been talking about and like improve yourself, not only meet, like maybe you already met the person or people, I don't know, that resonates with what you just heard, but I mean, don't be afraid to embarrass yourself or to lose control a little bit. You know, sorry, my alarm just popped off. Don't be afraid of like showing yourself to the world. You know, showing your emotions, Don't be afraid of like looking silly. I know you're someone who likes to keep it all together, as we already checked in, but like, at what cost? Like, what are you keeping together? If you're like keeping yourself apart from what you love, or if you're keeping yourself apart of your dreams or of being passionate about life. So, what are you keeping together exactly? You're keeping, schedules and a life that is in order. I mean, order is a little bit, order is nice, but it is a little bit overestimated, don't you think? I mean, sometimes life is a little bit chaotic. Think about like maybe like the nicest parties or the nicest places you've ever been. Did you plan every single detail and everything went according to plan? If it did, like, okay, I know people like that. But how boring it would be to not be surprised by life, and not be surprised by yourself and your own capability of being much more than what you're what you think you are, you know. I believe here that you just have to like calm down. The Taylor Swift song came in my mind. You need to calm down. No, 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 no. You're being too loud. It's just like if you're someone who's always hot headed about the next thing you need to do, or as I said before, you're a workaholic, so you're always thinking about the next thing, like calm down a little, observe a little, observe this person, if you already know them. If not, observe the people around you, observe yourself, observe the world around you, and be like, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm living. The dragonfly is so much about like being joyful and just like breathing in the world and flying around and just being like, seeing the colors of the world, like this earthworm has like this rainbow. Get out of the earth, put your head out of the window and be like, okay, there's more to life than just work a 9 to 5 job and to like, do things exactly as planned. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have plans, by one. Keep doing that. But you have to be wise, The owl talks a lot about like seeing things in a different perspective, in like a more intuitive perspective. Not only like what's rational and makes like total logic sense is what is the best in life, maybe sometimes you just need to feel stuff. You just need to like allow yourself to feel stuff and show to people that you feel stuff, because there's no shame in speaking your mind. There's no shame in I mean it's never bad to actually say what you're feeling in a loving way, in a nice way, or it does not have to be harsh to be who you are. Yeah. I think that's it. So, pile number one, I really do hope that this reading resonated with you. If so, I would love to know more about you. You can share your story in the comments. You can like and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And I hope to see you in another reading. Yeah, bye-bye. See you soon.
Hi there, pile 2. If you chose the Witch's Broom, this is your reading. And I am going to begin with a quick vibe check-in, because I really do want you to be sure that this is your reading. So I am going to ask about you, like, who are you? What is your energy like and stuff like that, so you can be sure that this pile is for you, okay? And if you do not identify with the energy that I'm pulling up here in this vibe check-in, you can choose another pile, okay, and see if there's any resemblance with your energy in any of the other piles. And that's it. So let's go. I am going to, I already pre-shuffled the cards, but I'm going to skip this part where I'm putting your cards on the table. Okay, pile number 2, let's see. Your energy actually is very similar. I mean, not similar, but it's alike the energy from pile number 1. So maybe you came from pile number 1, or maybe you were like in between from choosing like the pyrite or this pile. But let's dive in. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords also in the reverse. So, I'm sorry if you guys hear any noises, like back noises. There's a lot of traffic in front of where I live. So, yeah. Okay, so let's continue. So pile number 2, I mean, your energy kind of makes me want to give you like a hug, because I mean, I feel like maybe you're someone, I mean, you don't have to be someone, but maybe like right now your energy is like you feel like life isn't fair somehow, like life is not fair with you. And the Six of Wands is usually the card for um, winning, like victory and feeling good and accomplishing things. And the Six of Wands in the reverse, for me, it says a lot that probably you're someone who feels like you're not where you wanted to be right now. You know, I mean, the Moon in the reverse also tells me a lot that you struggle a lot with your emotions, or I mean, usually maybe they seem like too big to handle. Maybe you're someone who's usually like putting masks to talk with people, you know. I mean, the mask of happiness, the mask of being successful, the mask of being like all grown up, all mature, when inside you're actually afraid. You're actually not feeling enough. You're probably someone who does not feel like you're enough for stuff. And if you're feeling like that, I mean, with the Five of Pentacles also here, which is like pretty much the energy of like being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned somehow. Maybe you have like a strong abandonment wound. The motorbike, I hate. Oh my god! Like, why do they have to be so fucking loud? I hate motorbikes when they make this sound. I'll probably cut this off, but if I remember. But well, so continuing, you're probably someone who's actually easily stressed, because I'm not that easily stressed, and I got really stressed with the motorbike coming through, and pretty much like this, the feeling of like this is not in my plan. Why is this happening? This was not part of my plan, and probably maybe you feel like stuff doesn't come out as planned for you. Maybe you're someone who tries to stick with a certain outcome and stick to a certain plan, and it seems like it does not work to you. It does not work for you. I mean, maybe you're in this energy of like, okay, let's switch it up a bit and talk about your strength. I mean, Paul, too, you're a resilient person. I mean, with this Knight of Pentacles here, you are strong as heck. You are strong, you know. You are diligent. You are probably like one kind soul. So it kind of like my heart is a little bit like, I feel like I want to cry a little. I mean, if you do want to cry, I mean, be my guest, cry. Pretty much crying is always important, to liberate emotion and to actually process emotions. But really, with this Knight of Pentacles here, even though you probably feel like all of your, I mean, through your life, you haven't got yet where you wanted to go, and you still don't have exactly the right victory mindset here. You feel like you're always losing and stuff like that. I mean, you're so powerful. I mean, you are someone who's not a quitter. I see that. You're someone who probably gives like slow paced movements, slow, like, yeah, you probably like go for things slowly but surely, you know. I think you will get there. Okay, let me just say that this is not what this reading is about. I'll probably make one about that, but yeah, your energy is like with the Six of Swords in the reverse. You feel stuck because you feel stuck somehow, and I truly do believe that the reason you feel stuck is because you have so much going on in your mind. Like, give it a rest, really. Like, your mind needs to rest. I mean, you're probably someone who's always in your mind. Maybe you have desires that you don't pursue. Maybe you have like passions, and I think that you're someone who does not like, you do not allow yourself to be passionate about stuff because you're fearful that they will get out of control, they will get out of hand, you know. But in order for you to transition to like a better place in life, you do have to be able to let go of your fears a little bit. I mean, fears are important for us to like, it's healthy to be fearful of like doing stupid stuff so you won't get hurt. It's helpful to fear losing people that we love, and stuff like that, but it's not helpful to fear any movement, you know. Should I do this? Should I do that? If I do this, what will happen? If I do that, what will happen? I mean, come on. You do have feelings. I mean, follow them a little bit, you know, follow your desires a little bit. I think you're someone who's really afraid of rejection, or probably you're someone who already felt rejected, maybe like when you were growing up. Maybe you felt alone a lot, and that's why you usually like retreat to this energy of being alone and no one cares for me, no one will be there for me. But I do not believe that this is true. I do not. I mean, so please don't self-sabotage, okay, Paul too. Maybe with this Ten of Pentacles here in the world in reverse, everything in reverse, maybe you don't have like the nicest family, like, how can I put this, family background. I mean, not saying that your family is not good or anything, no, but probably they tend to think of things in a way that it's not like aligned with your way of thinking. I think it's something like that, you know. Probably your family, like, let's make an example, like your family wants you to be someone who's really, I don't know, really grounded and really focused and really like, and let, I mean, it's coming from me like, let's say your family wants you to be like someone who works in accountability. What's the word for it? Like someone who counts money, you know, someone who is like pragmatic and stuff. And let's say you're a passionate person, you like to be artistic, you like to be creative. Maybe you don't even see yourself as creative, you know, because I do feel like you see yourself like very poorly, pile number two. I mean, I don't want to dig more deeply than I'm already digging, but like, man, or woman, I don't know who's hearing this, but like, you are not you're not trash. Why do you feel like trash? I mean, you're not trash. I mean, have a very serious conversation with your mind and with your family or whoever, or, and I mean, with your emotions
first of all, have a conversation with your emotions and say, it's okay to feel stuff. Again, a motorbike. I mean, I will take the motorcycles as confirmation, you know. It's okay to feel stuff. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel passionate. It's okay to feel out of control sometimes. It's okay to not feel balanced like right now. It's okay to not have it all figured out right now. I mean, you're moving slowly, but you're moving. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that he takes the longest time to finish a task, but when he finishes it, he does it like the best way ever. He masters it, you know. So the energy here is, if you're still unsure about your emotions and you're trying to figure it out and you're feeling down and you're feeling like you're not winning, like life is out to get you, it's not. I mean, take your time, get out of your head a little bit, follow your heart a little bit, rest. I mean, don't fight your feelings. And that's why we are going to see here, what would your ideal partner be like? I mean, take that as it resonates, because your ideal partner, we're talking about relationships and like loving relationships, but romantic, sorry, I forgot the word, romantic relationships, but it does not have to apply only to that. Like, when we're talking about your ideal partner, try to also switch it up to the ideal type of people in your life, because probably, I mean, I feel like maybe you're surrounded by people who do not understand you, like, in fully, you know. They do not have reached the total depth of who you are. Maybe you've been away for a long time, or maybe like you're someone who's not usual, you don't usually open up or something like that. Let's see, who would your ideal partner be like? What would your ideal partner be like? Oh my god, I'm switching the words. Like, heavily throat chakra thing, like I have this gut feeling that like I want to cry, you know. I mean, I'm emotional these days, but like not right now. So if you're feeling emotional, please do cry, please do, I mean, search for help if you need help, and yeah, let yourself be free, man. We have a lot of blue here. The ocean, I mean, of course, the ocean card, very beautiful card. Let me show you the ocean card. We have, looking at the underbelly card, it says, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine-tuning. Fine-tuning, okay. We have dancing in the rainbow. Oh, so cute. I love dolphins. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. I mean, what did I just say? I mean, we're talking about your type of person here, but like, yeah. And we have the 12th house. I mean, okay, Pautu, what would your ideal partner be like? I mean, your ideal partner is someone very ethereal, someone very in, as I said before, someone who's not afraid to dance in the rainbow, you know, someone who's not afraid to be goofy. The dolphins, I mean, dolphins are such a very fun energy, so, like someone who's not afraid to, as I said before, be goofy, be playful, and to just laugh about life, you know. I mean, your ideal type of person would be people who see life lightly. Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a very similar energy to the pile one, but this one is even more as like spiritual, like maybe people who are spiritual, people who like are very in contact with nature, in contact with their deep waters, because I mean, we have like, looking at the underbelly, and it's like deep waters. I mean, the 12th house is really much about the house of the hidden, the house of everything about the occult, like religion and spirituality
and intuition. So your ideal person would be someone who's very intuitive. Maybe you're someone who, like, as I said before, you're probably someone who does not trust your emotions, who do not trust your intuition. Usually you have like a hard time doing it. So being around people who actually follow their intuition, like, I won't say blindly, but people who like follow their intuition with such seriousness and such faith, of like everything is gonna work out because my intuition said so. Maybe like you may feel like, oh my god, this type of person is like delusional, whatever. But like it's the best type of person you could be around because I believe your ideal partner would be someone who knows a lot about themselves, who goes deep into their own emotions. I mean, who goes deep into their own hurt and their own happiness, and also are not afraid to express it. I mean, probably someone who's not afraid to express that they're feeling sad or that they're feeling like unwilling to do something. And at the same time, when they're feeling good, they will express it and they will like cheer you up and energize you also. I mean, someone who really knows how to, how can I say this? Oh my God, there's something in my table. Someone who really knows how to enjoy life somehow, like existing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, as I said before, it's not that life is a playground for this type of person. It's just that it's this energy of like, I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to turn the outcome my way. It's very spiritual energy, very magical. So maybe like, I don't know if maybe you meet this type of people like going to a religious place, or I mean, this type of person is someone who just comes in and brightens up, everything, giggly, yeah, yeah. I think that's the main energy here. Let's see a little more about them. But pretty much with the ocean card, people who are not just surface level, maybe you're someone who's really used to have surface level relationships, because you're someone who's afraid of your own emotions. So people who are deep probably scare you because they make you like feel stuff. But I mean, embrace it. I do believe, Pile, too, that you're someone who has deep emotions. Do not deny that. Do not deny your emotions. Do not deny that you're someone who's deep. Do not try to be superficial because people around you are superficial. You do not have to fit in. I mean, I know it's hard to feel like an outcast, to feel like no one understands you. And I mean, but trust me, you will find your people. You will find your ideal partner also. I mean, if you haven't already found them, I mean, maybe you already found them. Maybe this is just a confirmation. Maybe you're already on a relationship, or I mean, yeah, I feel like you're too sad to be in a relationship. I mean, maybe, I mean, I would even say like maybe you're heartbroken because you're not in a relationship. That's so weird. But like maybe you're, yeah, I mean, let's say you love someone and you're heartbroken because you're not with them. Um, yeah, whatever. I don't know why, but that just came through. So let's see. What would the ideal partner be like for pile 2? Spirit. What would the ideal partner be like for pile 2? Oh my god. The cards are slippery, and I'm saying things wrong. Maybe you're afraid to say the wrong things, or maybe you feel like you always say the wrong things. You see, it's not coming out. I mean, speak your mind. I mean, no, don't speak your mind. No, also don't follow that advice. Speak your heart. I mean, not your mind, because with that 6 of Swords that we saw there, your mind is like a total mess. your mind's like black thoughts, black everything, you know, black outcomes, negative thoughts. So speak your heart, because I do believe, even though you don't check in with your heart much, probably, your heart has beautiful things to say. Yeah, and it feels a lot too. So let's go. What would the ideal partner be like for file number 2? My God. Okay, what would your ideal person be like? Pile number 2. The ideal person for you would be someone, first, with this Four of Swords, with the Devil card here, clarifying it, it would be someone who knows how to step back from their own toxic patterns. I mean, the Four of Swords is a card that talks a lot about inner, going inward, you know, looking inward for answers and taking a step back if needed be. And the Devil is all about um, repetitive patterns and toxic patterns and stuff that is not good for you. So probably the person, the ideal partner for you would be someone who can step down from their own, yeah, negative patterns. I don't know what this means exactly. I mean, I don't know if I'm putting it right for you, but it's just like someone who knows that they're not perfect. That's how I would put it. Someone who knows that they do wrong people sometimes also. It's someone very human, which is very interesting because, as I said before, um, with these cards, I mean, the 12th house and the ocean and everything, we have such a spiritual energy, such a magical energy, an ethereal energy, and yet we have a lot of mundane things here. Like, your type of person is someone who knows that they're not better than anyone. Like, even if they are, like, let's say, famous or super spiritual, like a priest, or I don't know if priests date. I do believe they do date. Like, 2024, guys, I do believe priests date, but I'm not sure if celibacy is like an obligation. Whatever. I mean, maybe they are highly intelligent or highly spiritual, and they are super in depth with their own emotions, and yet they feel, it's like they know that they are still so prone to messing up. Oh my God, the words are not coming out. I need to, like, I'll take a sip of water and I'll come back. Just a second. Okay, I'm back and I'm better. So maybe you should drink more water also. Like, water being the key word here, you know, a lot of watery stuff. So, did you know the best way to, like, connect with the water element, meaning connect with your emotions and stuff like that, is drinking more water? I mean, obviously, like diving and going to the beach and going to the pool. I mean, going to bodies of water is also very good for emotional regulation. And if you can do that, do it, please. And yeah, okay, but your ideal partner, pile 2, will be someone who knows the weight of existence. This is so deep. I mean, is this person this deep? I mean, this type of person is really deep. I mean, let's try and go card by card here, you know, message by message, because there is a lot. I mean, with this Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands, the person will be someone who's not afraid to take chances, to try new hobbies, to try new stuff, to try, like, to experiment on possibilities. I mean, something's going wrong. Okay, let's try again this other way. It's someone with ideas, who's not afraid to, like,
Okay, I'll try again. It's okay. This is not going right. Okay, let's try again. It's someone who's very resilient. I mean, I think it's really much a match with you, with that Knight of Pentacles energy that you have. You know, someone who's like, who's not a person who gives up easily, you know. And with the King of Wands is someone who's very, they probably look very powerful, you know. Probably people think that they have it all figured out much more than they actually have it figure out, you know. Probably your person is someone that if you see it from afar, they are so badass, they are so like spiritual, beautiful and glowy, and they have all the answers to everything, but deep inside they are just as confused as a lot of us. I mean, probably as confused as you. I mean, but I mean, not saying that they're confusing. Your ideal person is not a type of person, is not the confusion type of person. Is the type of person that knows how to take accountability, you know, for their own mistakes. Also with the Four of Swords with the Devil here, it's like, I know when I'm wrong, you know. Someone who's not afraid to apologize, someone who's not afraid to I feel like you're the ideal type of person for you is someone who's not prideful. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's not someone who's not, who do not have pride for themselves. It's like someone who's not prideful over mistakes. I mean, because that's what happens a lot. I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say they're not stubborn, because I do think that for you to be resilient, you have to be at least a little bit stubborn. It's like, I will not go down. Even if you try to put me down, I will not go down. So they're stubborn like that, probably. But I don't think they are like, I don't think they go out and about being like, oh, I'm the right and everyone else is wrong. Like, my opinion is the one and only that matters. No, I do believe that they are really fair. They're really balanced, even with the Strength card here and the Five of Cups. I do believe that the ideal partner for you would be someone who knows their heartbreak. Probably someone who has felt lonely a long time, probably because they felt different. Maybe you, I mean, as I said before, with this spiritual energy here, like spiritual kids, I say it because I was one myself. Spiritual kids and kids who are like, who develop rapidly their intuition and stuff like that, and they are not willing to like let that go. They do feel alone a lot. They are like outsiders out, they are excluded sometimes, because it's, I mean, if everyone's doing the same thing and you the person, if you don't want to do it, I mean, you do get excluded. It happens. It's sad, but it happens. And at the same time, I do believe that the type of person for you would be someone that took it very, in a very nurturing way. They, I mean, you know, there are people who they get like cast aside and they get mistreated, and then they turn out to be angry, and they turn out to be like, the Strength card is just about, can you see the lion? This is like the most beautiful Strength card I've ever seen, actually. Honestly, this is so beautiful. This lion is, okay, let's continue. It's, the energy is beautiful, you know. It's the energy of like, I will not, I want to cry again. I will not be someone for others that I wouldn't want others to be to me. It's something like that, you know. It's the energy of like, oh my god, I'm so emotional. It's the energy of like, when, even if they, I mean, it's the energy of like, they felt loneliness, so they are probably the ones to never let anyone be on a corner alone, you know. If there's a party, this person is someone who's like, oh, everyone is excluding someone. This person will go over there to that someone and be like, hey, hi, do you want to dance? What's your name? They're not afraid to like approach people who seem approachable, or who other people like treat as trash, you know. They are very strong. They're very strong minded, strong spirited. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy, okay, about you. With the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles, I do believe that is someone who knows how to make their coin. I mean, they know how to make money. With this Knight of Pentacles here, they know how to have fun on their own if they need to be to alone. I mean, even with this Five of Cups here, like probably they've learned a lot to have fun on their own. I mean, dancing on their own and going places on their own, because they have been alone um, before. At the same time, it's just like it feels like we were talking about money and achieving things and stuff. It feels like they're protected. I mean, for real. I mean, even though they are so mundane here, they feel so mundane. They feel so approachable. That's not mundane, because this person is not mundane at all. You look at them and you know they are special, okay? You know they have this bright light shining, and they have this weird way of being deep in normal conversation, like bringing it up like past trauma in like normal conversations. And at the same time, they feel so protected. They feel like they're lucky, like that lucky girl syndrome is what's coming for me. It's like with the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles, is like spirit is protecting them at all times and at all costs. It's like they are never alone, even when they're super alone, you know. It's so crazy. With the Ten of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, sorry, it's pretty much the energy of like, as I said before, it's very similar to this energy. It's just an add up. They are the type of person, I mean, your ideal partner will be the type of person who they could be carrying the most awful burden, they could be carrying the most heavy weight, they would still offer a hand to help you with the weight you're carrying. I mean, such kind-hearted. I mean, ugh, so beautiful. I want this person to be my person. I mean, I'm not saying it's a person, it's an energy. As I said before in the beginning, it's the type of person. So maybe you already know someone like that. And if you do, I mean, keep them. They are a baller. And if you don't, I mean, look for it. Look for people who are not afraid to be themselves, and who are not afraid to help others be themselves, you know, because I do highly believe that they are like, I don't know the word for it, but they do help people, you know, to, I mean, maybe they're not even like working with anything spiritual, but they do have help people to get in touch with their spiritual side more, which is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, with the Ten of Wands and Page of Cups, it's just like someone who can be having the worst day ever. They will still try to make you laugh if you need a laugh. Beautiful. And they're beautiful. I mean, with this Princess of Wands, someone who's actually attractive would be the ideal partner for you. So I'm just saying, like, we have two princesses here, like the Princess of Cups and the Princess of Wands. Like, someone who is not only passionate about stuff, but they know, I mean, it's not a superficial, as I said before, even before I started this part of the reading, it's like someone who's not superficial, you know. They can be hot, they can be super attractive and super cool and whatever, but they are also super deep. They are also like, they're not just coming in for the party and coming in for like one night stands and stuff. They are super into like knowing what are your plans in life. And yeah, I mean, this is the type of person, honestly, pile number two, that would scare the shit out of you, honestly, because you're someone who's afraid of your emotions. We saw that before. Don't be afraid of love. Do not be afraid of, I mean, not even love, because it's not about love exactly, but like, don't be afraid of being passionate even. Don't be afraid of feeling deep feelings. Don't be afraid of getting, I mean, getting inquired about. I mean, probably the type of person for you is someone who would inquire you a lot about how are you feeling? Like, tell me more. Tell me more about what are you feeling. It's something like that. So now we will see how can you improve yourself to attract this person, this type of person. I mean, how can you be better? I mean, because we all can be better. And it's not just about being better, it's just what can you do to be more attractive to this type of person. And I'm not saying attractive in a way of like physical attraction, it's in a way of like aligning with them, you know, because yeah, it's very good to align with the people who are good for us, right? So let's see what you could do to attract them. Okay, Paul, too. So, how can you improve yourself to attract this type of person, your ideal partner, right? First of all, I mean, man, you have to get out of your head. I think you're trying to do a lot of things at once, you know, and you're so very anxious. And I mean, you're so anxious that you don't let things be. You just don't let them be what they need to be, you know. You're always trying. I mean, the mouse is such a fearful energy, and the rabbit also. um to improve yourself and attract this energy, you need to work on yourself, like for real. The spider talks a lot about hard work, but work that pays off, you know. The type of inner work. The golden egg is also about inner work. We'll talk about it in a second. But focusing on the spider first is pretty much the energy of like intentional work, you know. Put intention in what you do. Don't just go out and about trying to nail the stuff you want to do, you know. Just like the octopus is an energy of like trying, as I said before, a lot of things at once, you know, focusing a lot on work and focusing a lot on, I don't know, trying to be better fitness and trying to do everything and having scattered energy as I was before, you know, in this reading. When I stopped to drink some water, it's because I needed to get in contact with my emotional side and not the side of me that's like wanted to do everything at once. I mean, come on, like, chill now, pile two. I mean, for you to attract this type of person, you need to be someone who's very willing to let feelings arise, first of all, because this type of person that we just saw, your ideal partner, someone who will help you grow and etc., they can only be in your life if you're willing to grow, if you're willing to see things differently. If you are someone who is always stuck in your own mind, no one can come and save you. Sorry, but like no one can come and save you. You have to do that for yourself. You need to put in the work. You need to like uh, uh, ask yourself, what am I running from? You know, what am I fearing so much? And when I am fearing, what am I missing? Because I think a lot of people, I mean, we have the motorcycle coming by again, which is also a sign of this is it, you know. I mean, what are you feeling and what are you missing with those fears? I mean, is it worth it to be away from the emotional depth if you're safe? I mean, it's you know, is it worth it to live like a secure, safe life that's lifeless, that has no passion, that has no depth? Ask yourself this by all number two. But pretty much for you to attract this person, you need to step out of the danger zone. I mean, you are the danger zone. You are someone who needs to listen to your own spiritual body, you know. um the golden egg, I mean, I do believe that it feels like you're this golden egg. There's a lot of mess around you. There's a lot of, and the stingray also, yeah, beautiful. The stingrays, they only sting when they're like, actually they sting when they are afraid, you know, and when they're surprised. And if you're someone who stings people when they surprise you or when things don't go out
the way you want it to, you should check that, because I'm pretty sure it's not good for you. Oh, also, the golden egg energy, coming back to it, I feel like you're this golden egg. I mean, you have this. I do feel spiritual energy in you, Paul, too. It's just that it is so, I mean, hidden with all this pile of crap around it, all this pile of fears and responsibilities, or, I mean, anxiety, and, I mean, just, oh my God, unhealed trauma. It's just so much stuff, and you're not paying attention to it. I mean, you're just letting it build up. And for you to connect with your ideal partner, you need to do the inner work. The golden egg is all about going inside, doing meditation, practicing yoga, asking yourself the deep questions, allowing yourself to listen to your own heart, allowing yourself to like dig deep into yourself. Uh, yeah, pretty much you have to be more carefree. I mean, to match this person energy. It's not like you need to change who you are, Pile 2, but I don't think you're happy being like this. I don't think this is good for you. I don't think this is you. The worry, this like anxiety state of mind, and this worry, and this, it's such a rigid energy, it's stiff. I don't think this is you. I mean, there's a lot of rainbows and golden, and I mean, even in the mouse card, there's like little stars here. It's like I mean, I think you're someone who's very like colorful inside, and you're probably someone who wants to be playful as much as this your ideal partner would be, as we saw that they were with that rainbow card. But like, maybe you're afraid of just being who you are. Like, you're afraid of what people are going to think of your decisions. I mean, what the heck? Who cares about people? I mean, you need to be happy. I mean, this is your life. This is your experience. I won't say this is your one and only life, because I do believe in reincarnation and past lives. But like, you need to live this fully, because this is the only life you have right now. Okay, so right now you need to do what feels best for you. Work on it. Work on taming your own mind. Yeah, I didn't say anything about the rabbit card because I do want to read what says in the book, and I love it. And this is what you need to improve. Okay, and I just love it. It says, afraid of everything, overwhelmed, frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the ego will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it, so loudly, in fact, that one day the ego hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear. I mean, I wish I had, I think I have it here. The Six of Swords. Just a second. It is coming. It is not coming. Damn. I mean, where is it? Oh, right here. Okay, I'll read it again for you. You see this cloud, this black cloud, black cloud. This is you living in your worst thoughts ever. And it says, we spin up in a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words, oh rabbit, they shape your destiny. And it says, when in balance, sensitive, problem solver, good listener. When out of balance, over explains, talks fast, to bring into balance a day of silence. Pretty much here, Pile 2, to attract this kind of person, you need to stop self-sabotaging. I mean, stop. I mean, I'm not saying life is a dreamy thing and you don't have to worry about a thing. That's not it. But you don't have to worry that much. You don't have to worry that much. If you feel stuff, let it be. let it be a little. Try it for a second to follow your heart and see where it leads you, you know? And even if it ends up bad, that's it. Even if it ends up bad, it is still something that you made full open hearted. It is still a lesson of like how you can, how can I put this? It's like there's no greater feeling than having the courage to pursue the things you love. There's no greater courage to like move when you want to like not move, you know, when you're afraid, when you're scared. um yeah, I mean, make a move if you see this person around, or if you like maybe you don't know them, or maybe you do know them and you want to reach out, like reach out, send a text. I mean, go for it. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, not working out, I mean, it's not working out already. I mean, things that are not working out in your life and you have this mindset. So how about changing it? Okay, sorry, I don't mean to say things are not working out in your life, but if things are not working out, I mean, I'm not setting it in stone, but if things are not working out, try do it differently. Okay, that's it, pile number 2. That was your reading, and I do hope you enjoy it. I do hope it gives you some clarity and it helps you move in the right direction and helps you grow, you know. That's the intention here. I do hope you have the best life, and I hope everything goes well with you. If you want to, and if you enjoyed this reading, can you please like, share, and comment? Comment your experience, comment what you think, what you're going through. I would love to know. And the comments are a safe space for you. And that's it. I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hi there, Pile 3. If you chose the Crisocola crystal, this is your reading on what would your ideal partner be like and how to attract them, how to align with them. Okay, I would like to first begin with an energy check-in, so you can be sure that this is your reading. So this is the part of the reading that should resonate fully, so because we're talking about your energy. And if it does not resonate, you can always try another pile and see which one resonates with your energy. Okay, which intro, with which vibe check resonates with your energy. But yeah, I would like to give a disclaimer. I do not remember if I gave this disclaimer anywhere other than the intro. And if you heard the intro, then great. But if not, well, I'm giving it to you. That it is, we're talking about here the type of person that would help you grow, the type of person that would like be good for you. It does not mean that is the only type of person you should have a relationship with. Okay, that's not it. It just helps you see this type of person that I'm talking about with more found eyes, you know, to appreciate more this type of energy in your life, because they are going to surely help you grow and, I mean, be a good match for you. Okay, so we are starting with an energy check-in, and I want to know, who are you, pile number 3? Okay, so pile number 3, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Fool card, we have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So who are you, pile 3? I would say you are someone very harsh on yourself. I mean, I would say you probably battle a lot with lack of self-confidence somehow. You're probably someone, I mean, you're a very loving person. I do believe you, with the Six of Wands here, that you achieve the things you want. I mean, you know you are powerful somehow, but you also know you have to work for your things. I don't think you're someone who just sits there and awaits for things to come to you. You know, I do feel
a sense of like a very masculine energy. You don't have to be a man, you can just be like a woman who's very driven. And the energy here, as you see, the Six of Wands is always the card of victory, but it's a victory that was well worked for. You know, the energy is like, you see, she is the one leading the, I don't know how to say this bird in English, honestly. Like, can you guys see it? She's the one who's like making the direction of her own victory, you know, of her own pathway, with the Seven of Pentacles here also. I do believe you're someone who's like very driven, and you know that if you work hard enough, you can achieve the things you want in life. I do believe you're probably someone who's very adventurous. If you don't feel adventurous, at least you're someone who has had a lot of fresh starts in life with the full energy. So I do believe you're someone who's like used to starting over, or used to going into new paths. At the same time, as I said before, there is still like a lack of confidence here. Even though you know you can achieve stuff, uh, uh, even though you seem like you have it all, you know, you have the confidence, you have the inner strength, you have the faith, I believe, with this full card here. But there's a lot underneath. As this full card, there is like this huge dragon underneath her. I do believe that there's more to the than the surface level to you. Like, even though there's victory and all of that, and you're someone who's very kind with this Knight of Cups, which is a very beautiful energy. She's like playing with her heart here. It's pretty much you put your heart into stuff. And at the same time, I do believe you're someone who lost your innocence very early on in life. And I mean, I don't know if something happened to you, or if it's childhood trauma somehow, but I do believe you had to grow up very quickly, you know. And this lack of confidence you have is still because of traumas. Can you see, it's like this figure of a man, so maybe you had like abandonment issues with a father figure, or I mean, or something along those lines, like maybe a man let you down or took advantage of you somehow. I mean, I hope not, honestly, because it's very hard. Please don't be here if I'm triggering you, but I'm gonna stop talking about that right now. The motorcycle coming through is just like a confirmation that I should not go there. Um, Still, you're such a very kind person, but I do believe that there's more to it. I don't believe it just comes to you easily. I do believe that you're someone who goes through a lot that nobody sees, you know? Um, yeah, there's a lot of self sabotage on you also. And even though you know you can have victory when you push into the things you want, I do believe here that you usually sits and awaits for things that are not even that good, you know. Maybe you just, with this Seven of Pentacles here, you feel like you give a lot of your energy. Maybe you're unsatisfied with the seeds that you plant. Yeah, and I guess that's also because of this Five of Swords here. Like, even though, can you see it in the image? She has it all, but it still feels like she has like just a half, and yet she has like a lot of abundance, and she's just like not really not really into it. And I do believe that it's because of this lack mentality here with this Five of Swords. Yeah, it's an energy of like always feeling like you're less of something, or that you're missing something, probably someone or the attention of someone. But I would like to say that
no one can fill in this void. Okay, you have to fill it in for yourself, even though this reading is not about that. So yeah, that's my advice for you. Yeah, if you resonated, yeah, see, the strength card just popped up. I feel you're a very strong person. I mean, this is like the lions crying so much. So I do believe you have been through a lot of pain and a lot of difficulty, but still you have this original mindset. That's what it came to me. You have this light light-headed way of being, or just like, it's not even a light way of being, even though it feels like that. It's more of an energy of like, how can I put it, of like, you know that if everything goes down wrong, the wrong way, you can come through it. It's the energy of like, I've been through a lot, so I can always come through another thing, you know. It's the energy of like, yeah, I can always overcome anything, pretty much. Okay, so now let's check in. Sorry, my throat. uh every pile today, every pile, just my throat is like, oh my god, it's really closing right now. You guys should definitely work on your throat chakra. I mean, and on your pile, I believe it's not really underactive, it's probably overactive. Like, maybe you're talking too much. Maybe you're someone who likes are like speaking without thinking about what are you speaking. And that's why I have this like almost lack of voice here. It's like something stopping me. Well, let's see who would your ideal partner be like. We have here the shapeshifter. Nice, very nice. The shapeshifter. We have gentle moderation. Okay, it says take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. I read that. I just read so badly right now. It says take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. Oh my god. We have polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. Nice. And we have Aquarius energy. So, what would the ideal partner be like for you? Pile number 3. Honestly, we have polite declaration and gentle moderation. I mean, someone who's laid back, I would say. I mean, Aquarius energy is very laid back. It's very chill. It's very moderate, honestly, because it's a fixed sign. It's a fixed energy. It's just like, even though it's the energy of like someone who's stable, like someone who can bring you secure attachments styles, you know, someone who can say what they mean and mean what they say, someone who comes to you with loyalty. The ideal person for you is someone who's probably not over the top with anything, like someone who's not very easily stressed or not very easily just, I mean, I wouldn't say stressed, but this animal here, I don't know. I think it's a sea lion, and they are very dangerous. They are very dangerous animals, but they are also very laid back. They're always lying. They're always chill because they know how powerful they are. They know how dangerous they are, so they don't really have to worry about much. I mean, I don't even know much about sea lions, but it's coming out this way, and this is the image I have for them. So if you know about sea lions and I'm wrong, I am sorry. But yeah, the thing is, I would say someone for you is someone who's very powerful, but they are really laid back on their power. They're really like, I know I'm strong, but I don't have to be like bossy or to like be aggressive or whatever. My strength is like clear to everyone to see, for everyone to see, you know. And the energy here is like someone who's very goal oriented. It would be good for you. And I do believe you're someone who has that extra energy. You're someone who, with the vibe check we got there, like with the full card, you're probably someone who's very adventurous, as we said before. But it's the energy of like someone who can match the adventure type, but who can also give like some stability to it, who can also be like, okay, you can go on and have fun, I'll be home today, okay. Someone who can give you space. With the Aquarius here, energy is like someone who can give you detachment a little bit, healthy detachment, you know. Someone who's very protective of you, of your interests, and someone who wants to build up a life with you. I know I haven't said much about the shapeshifter, but I believe I am describing a shapeshifter, like someone who can be in a goofy energy with you, in like an adventurous energy with you, but who can also come back to like an energy of like, oh, okay, we need to work now. Okay, I'm in my workplace area, so I'm in my work. Uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I'm in my work suit, you know, work mask or whatever. Work. Do you get it? It's like it depending on the environment, the person like brings out a different type of energy. You know. Oh, okay. I need to be more respectful right now. I'm going to be more respectful. I am in a family reunion. I am going to be up and about as a very respectfully, or I am at a party with friends, I am going to be fun, you know. This is the energy for you, like someone who can adapt to situations and yeah, just be all sorts of type of people in one person. Like Aquarius energy, but I'm also vibing a lot with Gemini energy because yeah, Geminis are really like, they are really good at shape shifting and just like yeah, so it would be a good fit for you. Probably someone with strong Aquarius or Gemini energy in their charts. I mean, you don't, it do not have to be this sign that they have, but yeah, it's the energy coming through. So let's dig deeper. Let's see, what would the ideal partner be like for pile number 3. Okay, pile 3. So I skipped the shuffling and the putting down of the cards, but here we go. The ideal partner for you would be someone who's confident, with this Queen of Wands here, someone who's good in bed. I heard good in bed, so I'm passing it on. With this Devil card here, like someone who knows their game. I mean, someone who has game. And I'm not saying a player. Someone who has game is someone who's charming and seductive. Maybe they don't even know that they're seductive. Um, it's the energy of like confidence to the max. And when someone's like confident in being goofy and being shameless, then that's very attractive. That's the energy here. Like, I would say the ideal partner for you would be someone who's like very much into the stuff that they're doing in life, you know. With the Four of Cups in reverse and the Prince of Wands, it's the energy of like someone who likes to explore new things, someone who's adventurous a little bit, also who's interested in new learnings, and someone who does not take anything for granted, you know, someone who like works for what they want. That's pretty much the energy. It's very similar to your energy, honestly. And the energy here with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups is pretty much like someone who also has been through a lot, like someone who knows their pain, who knows how to be alone, you know. With this Five of Cups here and the Nine of Wands, it's like someone who has overcome loneliness or just being left out in the cold. It's the energy of like someone who's very warm with people because they do not like want people to feel how they have felt. It's a very welcoming energy somehow, you know, with the Six of Pentacles here and the Five of Swords. It's like the energy of giving a lot and being very good to people. It's the energy of really being a giver, honestly. I'm not saying they should only like give. That's not healthy. It's the energy of like someone who knows how much they have to give, you know, and in a healthy way. You know, if they have the energy, if they have the advice, if they have the time, they will give it to you. They will give it to their friends. They will give to whoever they see needs it. You know, it's a very charitable person. I'm not sure if that's a word, but like someone who maybe does this charity somehow, or if they do not do charity, they have this energy in them that it's very much like, yeah, giving. And Princess of Wands with the Six of Wands here, again, someone who's very attractive, someone who's very goal oriented, someone who knows their stuff, you know, who knows their it. And the Six of Wands here, it matches a lot with your Six of Wands energy. It's pretty much someone who knows that if they follow through, if they put in the work, they can definitely be winners. They can definitely like have victory. So it's a very driven energy also, which I believe it's a perfect match for you. With this King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, it's pretty much the energy of someone who has emotional intelligence, like someone who understands what they feel and knows how to express it, you know, and expresses it without fear. And it's the energy of like, yeah, movement through emotional intelligence, emotional maturity even. Yeah, it's the energy of like someone, they're not like someone who like love bombs and ghosts. It's like if they show up for commitment, they are committed. And oh, this is your ideal partner. And the energy is like, oh, how can I know that this is my ideal partner? It's like, this is probably someone who is going to be very upfront about their intentions, and like they are not going to like sugarcoat a lot of stuff. They will tell you, they will talk about their hard feelings. They will talk if they're interested. Okay, that's the energy here. If they are interested in you, they will talk about their hardships. They will talk about their backgrounds. They will talk about what they suffer from, and it will be in a very mature way, in a way of like, I'm overcoming this, but yeah, I have this baggage. Okay. And yeah, they will let you see them for who they are. That's the energy here. And whatever they promise, they will probably maintain the promise, you know. Obviously, when it comes to promising from the heart. Okay, it's a very nice energy, honestly. So now let's check in on how can you improve yourself, you know, how can you attract this type of person in your life, because we're not talking about someone specific here, or maybe we are, maybe you already have someone and you're just trying to uh, have confirmation on whether they're your ideal partner or not. But honestly, as I said before in the beginning, uh, don't think that it's just this type of person that will make you happy. I mean, you are a person with free will and you can choose whoever you want. Okay, so let's see how you can attract your ideal partner. How can you improve yourself to attract your ideal partner, pile 3? How could pile 3 improve themselves to attract their ideal partner? We have the deer card. Oh, so cute. How could, okay, we have the gazelle. Oh, they're very, very similar, right? And the gaze. Yeah, I mean, you could be very, yeah, I said in the beginning that you have like this masculine energy, like very strong, probably masculine energy. So with this deer and the gazelle, they seem so sweet for me. They seem so,
I wouldn't say fragile, but they seem feminine. It's a feminine energy. So right off the bat, I'm getting, you should try and, I mean, I'm not saying you should not be driven and just like not have a good masculine, a good relationship with your masculine energy. That's not what I'm saying, but maybe investing in being more in your feminine energy and like letting someone take the charge a little bit, letting someone protect you a little bit, as we're seeing in your ideal partner energy, is like the energy of letting someone take care of you a little bit. Also, it's the energy of like being a little bit like chill and nurturing and just like emotional and vibing with it. You know, you do not have to be the one with all the answers and going after what you want all the time. Maybe you should just let them come to you somehow. That would attract the type of person that is ideal for you, because it would be like a balanced energy. They can bring in the masculine energy, and I'm not saying they're a man or that you're a woman. You can be a man also, and man, woman, I don't care. It's just the energy of like balance here. You know, both people in a relationship need to have masculine and feminine energy. That's a fact. Everyone has to have their energies balanced out, but the energy is, they are very driven just like you. They have this masculine energy. So to attract them, the best way is you should put yourself in your feminine energy more, like more nurturing, more given, more understanding, more chill, I would say, like more sweet energy. That's all. Not very worried about stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty much the energy of being graceful, you know. Maybe if you are someone who likes to create stuff, and maybe if you're someone who knows how to take care of your spirit and other people's spirits, you should bring out that side of you more, you know, a side of like of embracing people, almost like putting a spell on them, you know, in a very playful way, with this other card here also in a very like loving way, you know. I am wrapping you up in my fingers like magic, like playful magic. It's the energy here of like being so graceful that it's almost like you're enchanted. And I do believe you have this energy in you, you know. You just have to let it come out more than the energy of like, I got to do this, I got to do that, and I need to move and work and this and that. You can be just more chill, you know, calm down your nervous system, let other people take the lead. And when I say let others take the lead, it does not mean that you don't have a say on where you're going. It just means that you have other ways to lead, other than just being the one who's at the front, you know, who's pulling up the train. You can just be inside the train guiding where, you know, guiding where it's going. It's pretty much like that, you know. It's the energy of like behind the scenes energy, behind the scenes movement. Yeah, yeah, that's it. File number 3. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading. I really do hope it resonated and it was fun for you to watch it. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, if you have a story, if you want to share with your friends, or if you want to just comment down below what you thought about this reading, I would love that, and it will help a lot the community to grow. I really appreciate having you here, and I do hope to see you in the next reading. Bye bye.